Hi there, welcome to your Eastern Idaho planning briefing for the final day of February the 29th. Okay, we do have snow arriving today, and that's the result of a frontal passage arriving later this evening into tonight and continuing into Sunday. There will be some areas of heavy snow possible in the upper Snake Highlands and the eastern highlands, again overnight tonight and into Sunday morning. Blowing snow is not generally a risk today, but it is possible in some areas along that frontal passage. Okay, so here's our current satellite view very early this morning, seeing that incoming moisture across Idaho and the front across northern Idaho early this morning. Okay, so our general overall impact for today across our portion of the state here is mostly minimal. The front will be trekking through in the overnight hours primarily, so it won't be a heavy travel period, but there will be snow and some blowing and drifting concerns with it. And then we put in some areas of some heavier impact overnight, including the southeast highlands and the eastern highlands, again impacted by the periods of possible heavier snow fall in the overnight hours and the blowing and drifting. And then there's some additional snow showers possible in those same areas Monday, and that's just the lingering activity. And then new snow showers arriving Tuesday and Wednesday for those same areas, and then possibly in the Sawtooth area as well for Tuesday. Okay, so here's our cold front today, just to give you an idea of the U.S. as a whole. And let's let this loop through and give you an idea of where we are expecting the snow showers to arrive and when. And then we'll talk about it a little bit more in detail. So here we see the snow showers start to pop up in the blue here later this afternoon across the upper Snake Highlands, and then really fill in across all of eastern Idaho in the overnight hours after about 9 o'clock or so. And then it continues into the overnight hours, and you see some lingering snow showers early tomorrow morning. And that's going to kind of drift off to the south and to the east a little bit tomorrow morning, but really there's not a whole lot left over by the time tomorrow, like mid-morning hours, arrive as far as Idaho Falls, Rexburg area goes. So again, there's that loop. There's the bulk of the activity about midnight 1, 2 a.m. And there it is trekking off to the south. Okay. So here's our snowfall amount forecast for this afternoon. So we don't have really a lot. It hasn't quite ramped up yet. That front hasn't arrived to our area, but we do have the possibility of some showery activity ahead of the front. This evening, here's some more snow shower activity before the front arrives and passes through our area. So we just have some light accumulations, primarily in the upper Snake area, but we do start to see some snow showers in Idaho Falls, Blackfoot possible, and the Swan Valley, but we do have some accumulating snow possible in the Ashton area, Ashton Hill, and then toward Island Park as well. And I'm going to show you the wind grids now, because we're not real concerned necessarily about the blowing snow risk, but if you do see the Ashton area, we're up to 12 miles an hour by that point, and that's where the snow has begun by this time. Otherwise, we're really not seeing impacts quite yet this evening, but as we do progress onward into the overnight hours tonight, this is when our snow really starts to pick up. So we are seeing accumulating snow by this time across most of eastern Idaho. The Highland area, Swan Valley, Teton area, portions of the Snake Plain are starting to see accumulating snow now. And then if we go to our wind grid overnight, you now see the front has now passed, and our winds are now out of the north, so that would indicate the shifting, or that the front has passed and our winds have shifted behind it. Excuse me for that. So that said, I'll go back to this grid real quick so you can see the forecasted snow amounts during our heaviest forecasted time tonight. Okay. And then tomorrow morning, things really start to drop off. We have just overall less than an inch snowfall amounts by tomorrow morning, and those areas would be along and south of Swan Valley area, Blackfoot, Pocatello, and then toward Bear Lake area, Preston, and along the border of Utah. And associated wind tomorrow morning. Now the winds are really not going to go away tomorrow, so we still have that northerly wind component, and they actually kind of pick up in some areas, especially along I-15 going to Montana there. Okay, and then snowfall amounts by tomorrow afternoon. Basically, we're done with the snow by tomorrow afternoon. And here's your wind grid for tomorrow afternoon. Notice we're almost widespread in that 20-mile-an-hour or so range across much of the area, with the exception of the Wood River Valley and the Magic Valley. Okay, and then let's talk about temperatures real quick. We are going to warm up pretty good today ahead of the front, so we're seeing some pretty warm temperatures across Magic Valley, the lower Snake Plain, with these south and southwesterly winds coming in. But then look at the difference tomorrow. We're now back into the 30s, so we're not going to stay warm for very long. Okay, so again, we have a cold front coming in tonight into Sunday, areas of snow and heavy snow possible throughout the area, but the heavy snow that we're looking at is in the upper Snake Highlands and the eastern Highlands overnight tonight. The blowing snow risk is generally minimal, but possible along that frontal passage. Okay, and as always, any questions or concerns, you can give us a call at any time. We are here 24/7, and you can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, and we can answer your questions there as well. We will talk to you tomorrow, the 1st of March. Thanks for watching.